I just want to say good evening to everybody. I'm running this in the evening, that's why I'm saying good evening. But if you are watching this anywhere in the world, I need you to stand with me. This is really a broadcast for our South African citizens, and it's also for our leaders in South Africa. There's so much that is happening now in the last few weeks that are coming to our elections on the 8th of May. But many people are asking, who must I vote for? So this is what I want to address. This is what I want to go through. If you see me going off the screen, like sideways like this, you must understand I'm trying to fit in. I want to bring this board as close as possible so that you can see. My face might be a bit close for you. I will move back and forth. So for those that are looking for a perfect video, it's not going to be perfect. This is about getting the message out to you. So my name is Esther Badenhorst. I live in Limpopo and a city called Polokwane, and I love Jesus very, very much. This is the reason why I'm running this shoot. It's for you. You to make your choice as a Christian, as a born-again Christian. Who should you vote for? So come, let's have a look. I'm going to take all the pros and cons and you can decide. Please communicate with me. Please send me if there's any information that you have on any other political party that I have not represented on this list. I just want to thank a few people. The Christian, let me just get them. It's, as I said, this is fresh, this is new, this is stuff that I'm busy working on for you, so please just bear with me. There's people that have sent me WhatsApps and many messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you, and I'm excited to bring this to you. But I have to just say thank you to the christianaction.org.za. Please go and look at the resources. They've got a lot of information that can help you, not just on voting but other articles as well. SAVotersGuide.org. That is who I used to actually get the latest information, because it's not just 14 political parties that are contesting, it is 48. So we've got quite a lot contesting, but I've taken the main ones comparing to the Christian political parties, and I want to explain to you what is taking place. But first of all, I'm going to start with the most important. I'm going to draw a scale for you, but before I start with the scale, I refuse to, this is the slogan for now, for every Christian that is busy watching me, stop doing nothing. I refuse to. That is what it should be in your head. This is the time, this is the season. And why is that? To stop doing nothing? Because I do hear the Lord's voice, and the Lord does speak to me, and I enjoy speaking to him and him speaking to me. He said, Esther, in this season that we're in now, this is the 2019, this is the end of a decade. We're going to 2020, and that's a new decade. And he said, people must vote in South Africa. So you need to vote. That's how you're going to mark your vote. And if you don't vote, the other option will be war. And the reason for that is God is looking to see, God, not man, God said to me, he's looking to see, what do we choose? A Christian government, or are we looking at choosing an ungodly government? So when you vote, I'm going to explain the two different ones to you. When you put your signature down, you are actually saying, I vote for God. And if you tell me that you're not going to go to the voting polls, I want to help you a little bit there. And I'm going to go through everything with you. You might even be getting very angry now. You're saying, I don't want to listen to this. Please bear with me. I want to explain to you. Because, you know, the Bible says, because of lack of knowledge, we perish. And perish means, like, if you look at an apple, and I'm going to give you an example of fruit. I'm going to use an apple as an example for our government, for our different political parties. And thank you to the person that broadcast the WhatsApp. I've used that, and I thank you for whoever you are. I didn't see a name on there, and I do apologize if nobody put their name. I stand in a correction, but I didn't see a name. But whoever it is, well done, well done. You've given me something to work on. I'm going to use an example. If we go and we say a scale, we use a scale as an example. They didn't use the scale on the WhatsApp, but I'm going to use it to explain to you. And let's make as if this is a bowl, and on this side there's another bowl. So this is how God is going to look at what we're going to vote for. Because if we're not going to vote for God, that is what you're going to say. Whenever you put your mark down, you're saying, I stand for biblical principles and values. That's what I'm going to vote for. So you need to see which one you want to vote for, and I'm going to take you there. If you do not vote for God, that means we're going to go into war. I can guarantee you we are not going to see the sun shining on our land, because we're choosing communism. And if you think communism is disappeared, I've got a big surprise for you. It is still flourishing, and it wants to stand up. It wants to rear its head. But how did it come in? It came in, there's called Marxism as well. And then there is socialism. Now, if you look at Africa, they love to bring socialism into like Africa socialism, so that you and I get so blindfolded by that. But what it's all about is it goes into those stages, and then it becomes communism. So on this side, we're taking the scale. This side is war side. This is where the Christians are going to fight against the communists, against those that are all the isms, be it the Islamists. They don't believe in the God of the Bible. Please remember, Jesus Christ died for us, and that is the difference. You might not like what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it in any rate. Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And we stand for the God of the Bible. And the God of the Bible is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There is no other God that will save our nation. So I just want to bring you into this. This is the side that you're going to look. Don't look at this as being that side. This is the side for God on this side. And then if we look on this side, we have Jesus Christ. It's going to be Christianity. And because our Christian belief comes from Judaism, from the Jews, it's Judaism. Okay? So that's how I'm just putting it down. Now let's get you an example. I'm just going to take, for example, just the ANC. I'm just going to use the ANC, and I'm going to use the BLF, and I'm going to use the EFF. There's many others that are going against the God of the Bible. So I'm just going to use those three, because they stand for socialism, and they believe in Marxism, and they believe in communism. Okay? So if we have a look at, I wish I had another color, but I don't, but it's okay. If we have a look at let's just do these three strings running down. Okay, one, let's go, holding up this, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the other side of the board. So if I disappear, it's fine. You understand how I'm working. Let's take the ANC here. Here we take EFF, and we take the BLF. Let's just take those three for an example. Then on this side, we're going to look at what is given to us at the moment. And we're looking at, on this side of the scale, we're going to have, let me just move the scale a bit longer over so we've got enough space. We're going to look at 1, 2. I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible, but I want you to get the knowledge. Because it does say, God says we perish because of lack of knowledge. And we've had so much, I mean, my parents didn't vote. So it's unusual to think that I'm actually going to vote. And I have voted in my life. So if we look at this side of the scale, we're going to use the ACDP, which has been in Parliament since 1994. Then we're going to use the Christian Democratic Party. By the way, this is all Christianity, okay? All Christians. Then we have the Judea group as well. Just have a look and see what is their political party. I'm not putting there because I'm going to focus on us Christians at the moment. And I don't exclude the Jewish people. Please don't think I don't care about you. I do. I really, really do. My heart is for every Jew in this country. And then if we have, there's a new one that's come up, ACO. And then we have the ACO, and we have CDP. I've got ACDP. And sorry, I've just got to get, there's one more. There's one more. Oh, come on, Lord. Okay, we've got, let's just put one more. For the Afrikaans-speaking people, I think this will go for you as well. I just want to open up and see. I've forgotten somebody, but the Freedom Front will come in. Freedom Front, Vryheidsfront Plus. Oh, plus, sorry people, but you understand. VF, Vryheidsfront. And then we have the, who's the other one? ACO. There's another one. Christian Party Movement. Christian Party Movement, yes. Brian, I met Brian. Mustn't forget Brian. I see they don't have you on this list. Otherwise, I have missed you. Okay. But they're also going to be contesting. So I just want to give you an example here. And the example is, if we have, for example, on this side, I'm just using 3. And every party here, if we look at the Vryheidsfront, I think they've got 4 seats. People, look up the stuff for me. I can't remember everything now as I'm speaking to you. And I think the ACDP has 3 seats. So what we need to do is there's 400 seats in Parliament. Great. So if we have to decide, I'm not going to vote. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. And I'm going to use the Apple example that was given by our WhatsApp group that we did the rounds through South Africa. And we're going to do, let's just see what we're going to use here. I think we're going to use 2 for 6 on this side. We're going to use 6 apples, okay? So these are apples. Okay, you all with me? I think that's easy to understand. And then on this side, I'm going to say, okay, out of these lot, we only got 3 apples. That means we got 3 votes. Can mean we got 10,000 here, 10,000 here, 10,000 here. Okay? Or it could mean we got 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. I'm just using an example here. So if we had 6 plus 9 apples, and we have 400 seats, if we take just the 6 plus the 9, and if let's just take, for example, out of the communist side, communism, Marxism, socialism, whatever, we had, for example, the ANC got maybe, and the EFF and the BLF, they all got 6. So out of the 6 of the 9, but say now there was, for example, just as you're seeing it now, that would mean it is 6, I'm going to write it here, 6 out of 9. So that would mean that you're getting 6, let's make it 4 apples, sorry. Let's make it 4 apples. Please bear with me. I want to get this video out, so I don't want to rerun it again. 6 out of 10, so it makes it easier to think. Okay, 6 out of 10. So that means that the communism, socialism, and if you know what socialism is, it starts very subtly, and afterwards what happens is you don't have any say in life. You become just another number. If you're a doctor, you'll get the same income as somebody else because they believe that everybody must have a job. So you can go and look up, do your homework on that. This video is going to be too long if I have to do homework on that. So help me with this. Go and find out what is socialism, find out what is Marxism, and go and find out what is communism. 6 out of 10, so 60% will go to communism. If, for example, somebody says they are not going to vote for Christianity, say now we got 4 votes. You with me? In this case, we got 7 last year. But if we, for example, I'm using this just as an individual person voting. I'm not saying 11,000, 12,000, you know, how many each. But I'm saying 4. If somebody says they do not want to vote and they are a Christian, they are actually giving more right to communism and to socialism to rule and reign over our country. And we have to be very, very careful what we decide, especially in this election. So if you're a voter and you decided you're not going to vote, please remember this sum now. If we have 6 out of 9. What is your amount? It's going to be 66%. For who? For our opposition. So Christianity will have less and less and less say, less and less seats. Well, that's what's happening, because the Freedom Front had 4 seats and the ACDP had 3 seats. Let's have a look at another example. If we have to have 5, say no, another person says no. So what happens is this side is toppling down, because what happens is it just goes up, our chances go down. Does it make sense to you? So the louder the voice, because it's democracy, the louder the voice of communism, the people get the vote. If you don't say anything, it's not like in the past with a republic. It is now saying, people, what do you choose? Okay, so if communism is 2.5% of the population, but they vote, and we are 75% of the population, and we don't vote, then the scale starts to tip. If I take another one off, let's do that. We take another one off and we say, no, we're going to have 6 out of 8. Let's do the maths. You guys got a calculator with you. Lord, I hope people are getting woken up here. I really pray that they will get what you're trying to say, Father. We have 75%. So what is happening is Christianity starts to lessen in our country, and we will not have biblical principles in school or values. We will not have anything to do with the Bible anywhere in government. That's why they don't have to pray. They don't have to open in prayer. They don't have to have God in their constitution, because you and I have fallen off the boat. So do you see and understand what happens? We are here fighting a battle, not just against, I want this one, I want that one. If each person, I said, it's not about the small parties looting. Please stop that. We are thinking wrong. A mindset has been pumped by these big guys in our government that has been saying, don't vote for a small party because they don't have any say. Okay? Let's see nicely. If, and I'm just going to go over and just give you a little bit more information. I know this video might be long, so I'm going to try and do it part 1 and 2. And I think I must actually just close it off and say to you, please watch part 2, because I think this is a good time to do it. Go and watch part 2. Thank you.